Good afternoon, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my class on skewness. This topic we are studying for the subject called numerical and statistical method for BCA second semester. So, when we talk about skewness basically means lack of symmetry. Okay, so when we say skewness basically means lack of symmetry. So when we say normal distribution curve, we assume a normal distribution curve to be mesokurtic. When we talk about a normal distribution curve, we assume that the normal distribution curve is a mesokurtic normal distribution curve is a mesokurtic. When we talk about a normal distribution curve, I hope you're understanding. This is normal distribution curve. So under the normal distribution curve, which is basically mesokurtic in nature, so there's a concept called kurtosis along with skewness, which you should know. So kurtosis basically, when we talk about kurtosis, we'll talk about something called leptokurtic. We'll study some leptokurtic. We'll study something called leptokurtic. We talk about something called platykurtic. This is called platykurtic. So a normal distribution can be leptokurtic, it can be mesokurtic, it can be platykurtic, but a standard normal distribution curve, we believe that it is mesokurtic in nature. So when we talk about this mesokurtic curve, so under this curve, we believe that your maximum data will lie at the center, which we called as a measure of central tendency. So when we study a measure of central tendency, we assume that our maximum data, or generally the data will lie at the center, which we called as measure of central tendency, where we studied arithmetic mean, geometric mean, harmonic mean, median, mode. Then not all the data will lies at the center. Data will be dispersed from the center. So that is a property of normal distribution. For that, we use measure of dispersion, and in the measure of dispersion, the most common tool what we use is standard deviation. Around 68% of your data will lies in the when you around your 68% of your data will lies around plus minus of one standard deviation. Around 95% of your data, 95.47 will data will lies in the plus minus two standard deviation. Around 99.73% of data will lies in the plus minus of three standard deviation. So that is a property of a normal distribution curve, where not all the data will lies in the center. There's a scenario that the data may will disperse from the center. That is what we measure. That is what we measure when we study the measure of dispersion. So we know all this, right? Under measure of dispersion, we studied range, quartile deviation, mean deviation, standard deviation, variance, all that measure dispersion, measure of central tendency. Already we studied. This is standard normal distribution curve. But there is a scenario, there are times when the normal distribution curve can follow some kind of lack of symmetry. It can be like this, or your normal distribution curve can be like this. So it can be right skewed. It can the normal distribution curve can be right skewed. Skewness is the property which talks about this when it's actually not at the center. Okay, it is actually bent toward right hand side. So this is called rightly skewed or positively skewed. Another name for this is positively skewed. Other name for this is positively skewed. And whenever it is positively skewed, your mean median mode will not lies together. So you have mode lies in extreme right hand side. Then you have median, and then you have mean. So they will not lie together. While if it negatively skewed, okay, or if it's skewed on left hand side, then when we see the mean median mode, so then if you're seeing the mean median mode again, so you have mode, then we have median, okay, and then we have mean. So this property of the data, your data is not following an appropriate a standard normal distribution curve. It's not like 50% data left hand side, 50% data right hand side. That is what we call as skewness. and Carl Pearson, Boyle, and Kelly. There are different mechanisms, mathematical mechanisms are there to measure this skewness. So first of all, if I talk about Carl Pearson, the most common or most famous is Carl Pearson's coefficient of skewness formula. So Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Study Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. So your formula for Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. This is Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. Okay, this is the formula of Carl Pearson coefficient skewness. Now I think everyone knows now in mean minus mode, everyone knows this, that in place of mode I can write 3 median minus 2 mean. Okay, in place of mode I can write 3 median minus 2 mean. Okay, because mode means 3 median minus 2 mean. So now I can write this the same formula, mean minus 3 median, mean minus 3 median minus plus 2 mean. So it becomes 3 mean minus 3 median. 3 mean minus 3 median. But if you take 3 common, you will get mean minus median. Okay, so then this formula will become 3 times of mean minus median, 3 times of mean minus median by standard deviation. This is the formula of Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. You can use either this formula or this formula, doesn't matter. Whichever is comfortable for you, you can use, and that gives you the value of Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Clear everyone? This gives you the value of Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Okay. Then when if you then you have another mathematical formulas also there. So this is Carl Pearson. Okay. Then apart from Carl Pearson, I can also use Boyle. I can also use Boyle uh, coefficient of skewness. I can also use Boyle coefficient of skewness. So if I'm using Boyle coefficient of skewness, if I'm using Boyle coefficient of skewness, then the formula for that is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 times of median. Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 times of median divided by Q3 minus Q1. This is the formula of Boyle coefficient of skewness. So you can write down the formula for Boyle coefficient of skewness, that is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 times of median divided by Q3 minus Q1. This is the formula of Boyle coefficient of skewness. Okay, while going further, if I talk about Keeley, a measure of skewness, if I talk about Keeley, measure of skewness, if I talk about Keeley, measure of skewness, if I talk about Keeley, measure of skewness, then your formula is D9 plus D1, D9 plus D1 minus 2 times of D5 divided by D9 minus D1. You know, right? Decile 9, decile quartiles. You know, quartile 1, quartile 3 already I talked about. Decile 1, decile 9. So ninth decile, first decile, all that. If you are getting confused with deciles, percentile and all, already I sent you the videos of mine on decile, percentile. You can see them. Percentile P90 plus P10 minus 2 times of median. Okay, divide by P90 minus P10. Case if you're getting confused with calculation of decile, percentile and all, you can go through my videos on where I separately done those numericals based on those data. So this is Cayley measure of skewness. This was Boyle coefficient of skewness. Everyone please write it down. Everyone please write it down. Okay, everyone. So this is a formula of. Please write down the formula of Boyle coefficient skewness, Cayley coefficient of skewness, and then Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Everyone, please write down their formulas. Okay, everyone. Now you can see this question. So this is the question. So you can see this question. Calculate the Carl Pearson and Boyle coefficient skewness for the marks obtained by two students. They have given you this data. Okay, they have given you this data. Middle quartile. What do you mean by middle quartile? Middle quartile means what? Middle quartile. When I say middle quartile, middle quartile means what? Middle quartile means 2 into sum of f by 4 means sum of f by 2 means median. So please understand what is Q1. Q1 is sum of f by 4. Okay, Q1 represent 25% of data. Q3 represent 75% of data, where the 75% of data lies, where the 25% of data lies, that is Q1. Q2 or middle quartile, which is called median. Okay, so your Q2, your median, okay, your D5, decile 5, or percentile 50, all mean same thing. Okay, all mean same thing. So that basically they all means the middlemost value. And that value here we have taken as the, this value is basically a median. This value is basically a median. So if I have to find Carl Pearson, if I have to find Carl Pearson, if I have to find Carl Pearson, Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness, Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Okay. So if I want to calculate, so for A, the formula is 3 into 3 times 3 into what you can do, you can use mean minus median, 3 into mean minus median by standard deviation, 3 into mean. What is mean? Mean is 65, mean minus median. Median is 65, divide by standard deviation. That is 10. Okay, then and then what for B? B A to 0. For B, 3 into mean 70 minus median 64, divide by what? Divide by standard deviation. Standard deviation is 14. So Carl Pearson for form A, that is 0. For form B, that is, this is 6 6. This is 3 to 6 by 14. This is 3 by 7. For B, it is 9 by 7. Okay, so this is Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Clear, everyone? Then, then if I'm asking you, then if I'm asking you, Boyle coefficient of skewness, if I'm asking you Boyle coefficient of skewness, if I'm asking you Boyle coefficient of skewness, so then you can use a formula for Boyle coefficient of skewness, that is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 times of median divide by Q3 minus Q1. Q3 quartile 3, that is for A I'm doing. Quartile 3 for A is 28, sorry, 87. 87 plus 28 minus 2 times of 65 divided by 87 minus 28. That is for form A. You can do the calculation. So 8 plus 7, 15. 15, then this is 115 minus 130. 115 minus 130. 130 minus 15. Minus 15 divided by 87 minus 28. This would be 9. This would be 9. And this would be minus 15 by 59. Okay, for the form B, for the form B, that would be 102 plus 35 minus 2 times of 64 divided by 102 minus 34. 102 plus 35, that is 137, minus 64 twos are, that is 128, divided by, this is 65, 67. This is 9 by 67. Any doubt, anyone? Let me know any calculation mistake, anything. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? Okay. So now I hope you people understanding. Now do one problem. So do this problem. Do this problem. From the information given below. From the information given below. From the information given below. Okay. Calculate Carl Pearson. Calculate Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Calculate Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. From information given below, calculate the Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness and also Boyle coefficient of skewness. Also Boyle coefficient of skewness. Okay, so this is the question. I'm giving you the data. Measure then A, then B, is mean, then this is 150, then this is 140, then it is median 142, 155, then standard deviation sigma 30, 55, then third quartile, third quartile is 195, 260, and then first quartile 60 to 80. This is the question, guys. Solve this question. Tell me the answer. Everyone, please put your answer in the comment option. Everyone, solve this question. Give me your answer. Very fast, very fast. Everyone, tell me the answer. This is your answer. Very good, Meghna. So this is your answer, guys. Check this. Ask me if you have any doubt. Ask me anyone, any confusion, any doubt. Anyone, any confusion, any doubt? Can we go ahead then? Okay, write down this next question. Tell me the answer for this problem. That Carl Pearson coefficient. Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness for a distribution. For a distribution. For a distribution is 0.4, is 0.4. Carl Pearson coefficient skewness for distribution is 0.4, and its coefficient of variation and its coefficient of variation and coefficient of variation is 30%. Is 30%. This is 30%. This is 30%. Its mode is 88. Find mean and median. Find its mean and median. Find its mean and median. Tell me the answer for this, guys. Everyone solve and tell me the answer for this. Do you want me to solve this question? This is question 1. This is question 1. Question 2. Doing the same thing. Carl Pearson. Measure of skewness is 0.5. Carl Pearson. Measure of skewness is 0.5. Carl Pearson measures skewness is 0.5. Its median and mode are median and mode are median and mode are its median and mode are 42 and 36 respectively. Its median and mode are 42 and 36 respectively. Its median and mode are 42 and 36 respectively. Find the coefficient of variation. Find its coefficient of variation. Find its coefficient of variation. Find its coefficient of variation. So I'll do this first one. I'm doing the first one. You can see the steps. So the Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness is 0.4. Okay, mode is given. Okay, mode is given. So what is Carl Pearson coefficient skewness? Mean minus mode by standard deviation. Okay, and that is given to you 0.4. That is Carl Pearson coefficient of skewness. Okay, and here mode is given. Mode is given as 88. 88. Okay, okay, and you know that coefficient of variation formula is standard deviation by mean into 100. So coefficient of variation is 30. Standard deviation by mean I'm writing like this into 100. So I can write 0.3 mean is equal to standard deviation. Can you understand this? 0.3 mean is equal to standard deviation. Okay, Now the same thing I can write here. Here I can write mean. Here I can write mean. So mean minus, in place of standard deviation, I can write 0.3 mean is equal to 0.4. I can write mean minus 88 is equal to 0.3 into 0.4 mean. Okay, so I can write mean minus 88 is equal to 0.3 into 0.4 is what? 0.12, 0.12 mean. So means mean minus 0.12 mean is equal to 88. So means 0.88 mean equal to 88. Means what is mean? The value of mean is equal to 100. You get the mean value equal to 100. So you will get the median. You will get the median very easily. No? So you once you get the mean as 100 and mode is given to you as 88. So you can find the median. How will you find the median? You can find the median by the formula. You know the formula. Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. You know the formula. Mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So you can write the formula. Mode is 88. 3 median which you want to find minus 2 mean. Mean is 100. So this is 288 is equal to 3 into median. So what is median? Median is 9 threes are 27, 9 six are 18. So median is equal to 96. So mean is 100, median is 96. Any doubt, anyone? So you can try this question number 2 later on. This will be a home assignment. You can try this question. The answer for this is 40%. You can try this question. Question number 2. The answer for that you will get is 40%. Can you try this? Question number 1, anyone have any doubt? Question number 1, anyone have any doubt? So question number 2, can you tell me the answer? Everyone, please try question number 2. Tell me the answer. So question number 2 is given Carl Pearson coefficient skewness is 0.5. It median and mode are given to you. Okay. So your median is mode is given. So actually the formula is the mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. You know the formula mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. Okay, so I can write mode I can write here 2 mean is equal to 3 median. Okay, 2 mean is equal to 3 median minus mode. Okay, so yeah, so I can write mean value. So 3 into median. Median is 42. So median is 42 minus mode. Mode is 36. So 2 into mean. 2 into mean is equal to 42 threes are, that is 126 minus 36. I think that would be 90. 30, 42 threes are, that would be 126. 120 minus 30 is 90. This is 90. So mean would be equal to 45. So if you get mean is equal to 45, now if you get the mean is equal to 45, so I can find mean minus mode. I can find mean minus mode. So mean minus mode is 45 minus mode. Mode is 36. That is equal to 9. Okay. Then yeah. So then once you've done this, you know the Carl Pearson coefficient skewness is mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. You know this formula. So skewness is as 0.5 is equal to mean minus mode is 9 divided by standard deviation. Standard deviation which you want to find. So standard deviation is equal to 18. Okay, so 9 divided by 0.5, that would be 18. You get the standard deviation value. Once you get the standard deviation value, I can find coefficient of variation. What is coefficient of variation? Standard deviation by mean into 100. So your standard deviation is 18. Your mean is 45 into 100. This is what you can write as 2 by 5. This is 40%. Clear? Anyone have any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? Okay, guys, so this much we'll do today. We'll continue our calculation, our discussion on skewness tomorrow. We'll do more numericals on this. Okay, so I hope you're understanding. So basically in skewness, we studied three things that Cayley measure of coefficient skewness is not so much important. D9 plus D1 minus 2 times of median divided by D9 minus D1. What is important is Carl Pearson and Boyle. Carl Pearson is mean minus mode by standard deviation, or 3 times of mean minus median by standard deviation. So Boyle coefficient skewness is Q3 plus Q1 minus 2 times of median divided by Q3 minus Q1. So that is more important. Okay, everyone. So any doubt, anyone? Any question you want to ask before I wind up the class? Anyone? So if no one have any doubt, then I like to wind up the class. Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all tomorrow.